Hello, my lovelies. Zipping my coffee, I'm sorry, I'm noisy. Thank you, Instagram, for recommending me to my followers. Hello, my friends. Hi, guys. Anybody there? Am I on? Am I not on? I never know. I never know. If somebody is there, just please say hi to me and let me know that you're watching and where you're watching from, please. That'll be fantastic, so I know that I'm live and my technique is working. So, my friends, I'm not sure. I'm going to get started anyway. So, if anybody's there, I can't see any comments or anything at the moment. So, but I'm not ignoring you guys. I just can't see anything at the moment. So, if you join me, just say hi to me and let me know that you're watching. My name is Angela. I'm the owner of Creative Energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a Dixie Belle Elite retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. So when you join, as I said, please say hi. And if you haven't done it yet, guys, please leave me a follow. You may also sprinkle this video if you like to. That would be fantastic. And leave me a follow, as I said. If you watch replay, put hashtag replay into the comments. And so that I know that you've been watching, also where you've watched from. I'm nosy. And oh, it's hot in here. It's so hot over here. If you have questions during the live, just put them in the comments so that I can answer them straight away. If I don't see them, I come back later anyway to catch those. And also with replay, you may put your comments into the your questions into the comments. Rewind. Okay, guys, tonight the new Terra paints arrived last week over here in Germany. So I'm very happy to introduce you to those and answer all your questions about them. We're going to make our color board. We just started in the German live. You can see it's drying, and I'll talk about, you can see some color differences there. I'll talk about during the live where that's coming from. So I don't think Facebook likes me. They probably put again in there that there's whatever, some they mute some of my lives lately. So here we've put this is the first coat. We added some chalk mineral paint over here where I'm just tapping. This is Tea Rose from the chalk mineral paints. In the middle is Galaxy from the Terra paints, and on the left is the silk paints, the midnight green. So just to show at the end the difference of those paints. You can choose some paints yourself, some colors, because we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So every language is going to have their colors. You can think about that. The Terra clay paints, they come in 18 beautiful colors. The first 9 we've already added on here. It's going to be the sample board at the end. And I'm also going to have like 1/3 without any sealing, 1/3 with the Terra seal in matte, and 1/3 with the Terra wax when it is finally arriving over here. We haven't got that yet here, so therefore we'll have to see when that comes. Okay, we carry on with the next colors, and I'm going to talk to you about what those paints are about. Terra clay paints, it's an artisan paint. They behave different like the chalk mineral paints, and obviously totally different than the silk paints. The Terra clay paints. It is an artisan paint because you can really play with it and you just can do anything with it. You can build up layers, you can build up structure, you can water them down, you can have like watercolor finishes. Hi Sonia, how are you? You can have like watercolor finishes. They can be reactivated anytime, in 6 months, in 12 months, in 18 months. They'll always reactivate as long they are not sealed. So this is the reason they have to be sealed. This is different to the other paints. The chalk mineral paints, they have a curing time of 30 days, and after that you won't reactivate them. It is already difficult with the chalk mineral paints to do that after 24 hours. And with the silk paints, as you're not supposed to use any water with them anyway, and it wouldn't help. So you cannot reactivate them at any time, you know. So wet distressing or something like that just doesn't work. Even distressing is difficult with the silk paints. And the Terra clay paints, they are very easy to what a difficult word for a German person. Oh my goodness. You know what I mean. To whatever. Where's Michelle? She's got to put that down. I can't pronounce that word. My apologies. So after all, I'm German, guys. So let's carry on with the paints. I'm going to show you the consistency of them. They come in, so to say, tins with like a tin lid, but those tins are plastic, which makes them easier to handle because look at this color. I love this blue. I love this blue. This is London blue. Very British, very British. I like that. Yes, Sonia, I'm fine, thank you. It's a bit hot over here at the moment, so but well, that's okay. So they I'll just grab my spoon to mix. I'll show you the consistency. The consistency is very similar to the chalk mineral paints. It's a little more a little thicker, I would say. It's a little thicker. It's very yummy, very, very yummy. And they are VOC free also. They've got a little smell to them, but that's almost not noticeable. So water-based product, always mix it up nicely. So all my brushes are already wet now because obviously I used nine of my brushes, and therefore, oops, I had to clean them, you know. But I'm using French tip brushes. I'm using premium chip brushes. I'm going to use the mini brushes, which are pretty used up already. Those paints are perfect to use with a natural bristle brush because, you know, you want to have structure. If you don't want to have structure, you can work, you know, I would recommend the chalk mineral paints. If you want to work with structure, just use the Terra clay paints and some natural brushes and get like the brush strokes in. The one of the main differences to the chalk mineral paints is that the brush strokes with the chalk mineral paints, they are self-leveling. So the brush strokes will level themselves out during the drying process. And this is not going to happen with the clay paints. The brush strokes will stay in there, but that's what you want to have. Yeah, that's what you want to have. So just show you that color. Water is your best friend with us. Hi, Michelle. There you are. There you are. So this is London blue. And as I said, my brush is already wet because I had to clean that from the first live. But you can see the coverage is just very good. Basically the same. You can work with more paint than with the chalk mineral paints if you want to. This completely is up to you which look you would like to achieve. So everything. Hi Jill. So now I can see comments. Hi guys. It basically depends which look you are going for. So this was the London blue. And we're going to do 2 coats. This is going to be my sample board. We're going to do 2 coats. Then we're going to come to Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Guys, if you have questions, just shoot them in the comments, please. And let me know the other sample board we're doing. Oh, Moonbeam is white. Moonbeam is white. Okay. Moonbeam is white. So I hope I have the other brushes cleaned nicely and not contaminated anymore, because that had to be done very quickly now. Hi Manase. Bonsoir Michelle. So mix it up first, obviously. Mix it up first. Glass. Clean my spoon first. So I also noticed when I was just cleaning the brushes that the brushes clean a lot easier than with the chalk mineral paints. The clay paints, as I said, you will reactivate them anytime you use water, if they are not sealed. After they're sealed, obviously not, but if they're not sealed, if it's 3 months, if it's 6 months, if it's 12 months, you always reactivate them. So, okay, that's Moonbeam. Pretty nice white. Brush is wet. Look how yummy that is. And you can work, this is, I always say less is more, but with those paints, it's a total different ball game. If you want to add structure and dimension, why not work with a little more paint? Totally depends which look you are going for. So that's the white. Let's see. Then we have, you see, I think I mixed it up already. There was, let me see, there was Moonbeam. Okay. I'm gonna get the Malachite and Marigold are before. However, no problem. Let's go for Malachite. Ooh. Stunning. Stunning green. Hi Nina. Stunning green. Guys, please, if you have questions, shoot them in. You can basically achieve totally different looks with those paints. So that's basically so. Always mix them up nicely. As I said, they have like this, they're a little thicker maybe. Yeah, they're a little thicker than the chalk mineral paints, depending how long you had them open. And go. brush. You can use, obviously you can use your synthetic brushes with those also, so that's it's not a must to use a natural bristle brush, but as I said, if you want to have brush strokes and dimension, you may as well use you may as well use a natural bristle brush, because obviously they leave more brush strokes than a synthetic brush. So you can stretch them out with water, obviously. You can stretch them out with water and keep the drying time open. This is marigold. As I said, I'm seeing the colors the first time myself. It doesn't feel chalky, it feels clay. It's a clay paint. It's not a chalk paint. So it is very smooth from the consistency and from adding onto your the brush glides really really smooth. But that's pretty marigold. Look at that. This is like almost like an orange, between orange and terracotta, I would say. Very pretty color. But the brush strokes won't level out. You know, all the brush strokes you put in there, they will stay, which is a nice thing, you know. So you basically have now a paint for all looks you would like to achieve. You can see back here the darker spot. This is when you put the paint on. There it is still wet, and here is already dry. They dry lighter than when they are wet. But when you seal them at the end, you will get the brilliance of the the paint back. And that's basically, I'm not going to do that today, but I will when that board is finished at the end, and we'll do the sample board also. So obviously that won't happen all tonight, but even so, we'll see how much time we have. So marigold, this orangey gold, get premium chip brush. The brushes are already all wet because I had to clean them. The first 9 colors I put on here in the German live. So this brush looks a pretty nightmare. The colors are gorgeous. Colors are gorgeous. So pretty. And as I said, you can work with more paint with those if you want to. You can layer those paints, and they're ever so easy to wet distress, to distress with sandpaper, even after days. You can, I'm trying it again, you can manipulate, that worked easier now, manipulate this paint easier than, a lot easier than the chalk mineral paints. So let's see. Then we have onyx, which was supposed, I mean, this is supposed to be there, but however, onyx is black. Onyx is black, and you'll see in a minute that it'll dry like grayish, and you'll, as I said, when you use the Terra seal or you use the Terra wax, you will get the vibrance of the color back. Get the vibrance of the color back. Mixing it up nicely. Mixing it up nicely. If you can see everything, Instagram, I'm going to move you a little over. There you go. There you go. Sorry, my stomach. I'm hungry. No. So warm over here. The brush is already dry, and I just basically finished 5 minutes before the English live started. That's when I washed them out. Black, blobby black, blobby black. Highly pigmented also. Said that before. Highly pigmented is not always good, but those the Dixie Belle paints, they are, see the coverage. You know, black is usually pretty difficult color. I like to add some structure, some texture. So having onyx, then now I think I'm going to turn that board, guys, because otherwise I will run into trouble here. Get you back over to the front side here. There you go. That's easier. That was onyx. Now we have this color. I'm looking forward so much to this color. This is pistachio. This is pistachio. I want to see that color. I want to see that color. This is like a, well, like a bright. Oh, look at that. So pretty. My goodness. So pretty. So excited. So as I said, this paint has to be sealed. Otherwise you will reactivate it as whenever you use water, if it's in 3, 6, 9 or 12 or 15 months or 2 years. So you have to seal those. In the Terra range, as there will be, especially in the US, retailers which will only carry Terra, so that they have like all the same, that they have all the same labels. There comes a Terra Clean. There comes a Terra Clean, which is basically white lightning matched in the color for the Terra paints. So if you have white lightning on hand, you don't need to buy the lovely. You don't need to buy the Terra Clean because that's basically the same. There's a bristle coming out. This is another French tip brush. You can play with water, you can whatever, you know, you can add structure with it, you can leave it like that, whatever you want to do. So let's see. Don't want to drop anything. It's going to get messy in a minute. I know myself. It's going to get messy. Then we have, next color is Prairie Dawn. 3 more colors to go. You see there's 3 more spaces, 3 more colors to go. Prairie Dawn, which is like an aged white, like a creamy, can you see that? I don't know how the others do that, that the colors are more visible. It's a creamy white, believe me. Instagram, now you can see a little better. It's a creamy white. Okay, that's the way it goes. An aged white. No, this goes more into drop cloth, I would say. This is a bit more yellowy. It's not grayish. This is a bit more yellowy. So and we'll have 2 coats of the paints on here. there. Clean it and put it back into the water. That's me. So, mixy, 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 mixy. Goes on really smooth. Another chip brush. Premium chip brush. Water. So this is a creamy white. This is a creamy white, similar to drop cloth, I would say. And the name is, what did I say? Prairie Dawn. Add a little more, get some texture on here. You know, if you would stipple like this and get texture, it would stay like that. You know, this is the nice thing about it. So you can add texture in any way you would like to have it. So Prairie Dawn. Then we have 2 more colors to go. Wheat. Okay. From the ceiling there is also the Terra seal in matte, which is basically the top coat matte. What a golden, lovely golden color. Like wheat, I would say, like wheat. It is basically like the top coat flat from the, or the same like the top coat flat from the normal Dixie Belle range. Michelle, this is always difficult. That's what I said before. You know, the colors on digital is always different. Like in natural. That's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. And every screen is different also. So that's also my experience with the. I'm using a synthetic brush now. As I said, you can use them all. It doesn't matter depending which look you're going for. They aren't they? They are, aren't they? So that's what I wanted to say. Yes, Jill, they are absolutely gorgeous. And they're different again, you know, they're different to the other paint lines. So 2 more colors to go. Can you all see? This is wheat. Lovely natural color. Reason. I mean, with a synthetic brush always leaves less brush strokes than a natural bristle brush. So, but even so, you can do that with those. And the brush strokes won't level out. They will stay like they are. Those paints, they dry lighter than they are when you look into the jar or when you apply them. That's the way it is. It's going to be very messy in a minute. And the true color will come back when you seal them. You can see already here, you know, there's like the color change, you know, where it's already dry. And also here you can see, obviously with the white, you can't see that much. But with the marigold and things, they're already. So last color, Wisteria Mist. I reckon this is like a gray. Is it a gray? Yes, it is a gray. It is a gray. If you can see that, it is a gray. So, last time mixing. Last time mixing. You can use any water-based top coat with those, as I said. The only product which is different is the it's not in the normal chalk mineral range, is the, or Dixie Belle range, is the Terra wax, but it is not there yet. So it wasn't available yet, so we're still waiting for that. It is an oil-based wax, so this is completely new. But all the other products, also the the buffing pad is you can get, is basically the applicator pad, and the burnishing pad is the finishing pad. So, but I just, they have the label matching the label matching the Terra paints for the retailers, which basically only carry Terra. Because that's a nice thing with Dixie Belle, when you're a retailer there, you can choose. Look at this gray. That's pretty. Last color. And it goes on very, very smooth. It's very easy to manipulate. As I said, water is your best friend. Mr. Bottle to basically this is going to be messy. I'm laying the brushes onto the lids, which is a nightmare. So don't do what I do. Hallo Sabine, wie geht's dir? Ich hoffe gut. Ich hoffe, bei dir ist es nicht so warm, wie es bei uns war. So I'm drying it quickly, and then I'm going to put the second coat on there. Guys, choose a color which we shall use for the sample board, where we compare at the end the Terra with the chalk mineral and with the silk paints. Choose a color from the Terra paints we just applied, choose a color from the chalk mineral paints, and choose a color from the silk paints. Just shoot them in the comments, please, for me. And I dry the paints. Just to apply the second coat in a second. Second coat in a second. Okay. So this is only one coat, guys. This is one coat. The coverage is just brilliant. You can see when it's drying how the color is changing. When it's sealed, it'll come back. It'll get just as bright as it was before. See, especially with the green now, when I'm drying it, how light it gets. You can see like the darker spots there. The wheat, you see that nicely also dry, not dry. This gray is almost like a purple. color? Wisteria Mist. It's almost like a purple, like a grayish purple. It's like Mason Dixon with a little bit more of a lavender touch. So, do you see any color choices? Hi, Catherine. Okay, but just tell me which color you want to have on the sample board from the ones we just used now. So, oops, we have London Blue. Applying here, second coat. London Blue, second coat. Put it in there also. Didn't I say it's going to be a nightmare? Anybody shoots me color suggestions, please. That'll be fantastic. Let's see. London Blue. London Blue. Then we have accidentally I haven't got the color names in my head. Moonbeam, sorry. Moonbeam is the white. Don't let me put white on the sample board. That's the only color I won't put there. And it's nice and creamy. You can see how you can mix them. So, ja, Sabine, hier ist es auch erträglich mittlerweile, aber die letzten Tage war es schon sehr warm. Then we have I told you it's a bad idea. What am I doing? Stupid little me. We have, this is pathetic. I'm sorry, guys. You know when you do something and you know while you're doing it, it's a bad idea. At least I managed to get it into the bin. So this is malachite, this beautiful green. Second coat for full coverage. You can layer those, you can, with thin coats, you can layer those with thick coats and distress back, either wet distress or sanded back. All works perfect. Okay. If there would be a prize for stupidity, my friends, I win it. I absolutely win it. So stupid. Probably sit on that in a minute also. So this is the marigold. It's in between terracotta, something like that, and orange. Pretty color. Second coat, gotten to the green there. Then we have onyx, which is the black. So, but the brush is clean, pretty easy. It's the experience I made just now. As those paints, they let themselves reactivate Really, really easy with water. So, onyx black, then pistachio, the green, pretty, pretty green. So if you don't choose a color, Wisteria Mist, London Blue, Wheat. Okay. So, the sunflower. Okay. So, Michelle put some suggestions down for the for the Terra paints. And now we just need, silly, silly, silly. Now we just need some suggestions for the chalk mineral paints. So, we, guys, don't ever do that. Master of disaster at its best. All right. My apologies. I'm always a nightmare, aren't I? So, wheat. Anybody talk to me, please? You're going to have, the sample board is basically, I want to have 3 colors next to each other. When they're finished, you can see the difference between the finish of the color, and they will be on there sealed and not sealed. You'll see the brush strokes, and they don't need to be the same colors. I want to have like, they kind of be separate colors. I'll show you what we've done in the German life. That's what we've done in the German life. There's a nice fingerprint now down there. So this is the silk midnight green. This is the galaxy from the Terra in the middle, and this is the tea rose from the chalk mineral paints. Nina, this paint is UV activated with water at any time. If it's 3 years, 6 years, 3 months, 1 day after it, yes, you can wash that off very, very easy. You don't even need soap. This is to be reactivated so easy. I'm going to throw it away first. So, this is the idea. On that board, there will be the difference between the also with distressing stuff like that. I wanna do that on there. Stupid, silly me. I cannot believe I've done that, guys. I really cannot believe I've done that. Yes, and missed it also. Okay, so Wisteria Mist. Second coat on here. And then we'll let that dry. There we go. So, Have you decided? Okay, I will make a decision then. So, Lucky Lavender in the navy and mermaid tail. Okay. Stereo Mist, London Blue, Wheat. Stereo Mist, London Blue, Wheat. Wheat, Malachite, and the bright blue color. This is a bright blue color, you mean? Malachite. Malachite. The green. I think I go for the wheat. Close the others and go for the wheat. Hi, Angela. Angela, when you use it for outdoors, I would recommend you can use them outdoors. They have to be sealed anyway. For outdoors, I would use gator hide. That would be my choice of sealer for that. Gator hide is back in stock. We are waiting for it over here in Germany also. So we use wheat, we use mermaid tail for the board, I would say. First I'm going to close up.
Hans-Dieter oder Hans-Dieter Eisarmband.
So. Apologies, my guys. I don't know why this call is just coming in because it wasn't supposed to. So, there we go. Don't get those out of the way first, which the ones I don't need. Brushes into the water. You can hear this cracking. This is basically when the jar is sealed fine. Onyx. Just clean that a little up. And so, onyx. Let's just touch here on it. I really messed those jars up. I did. So, then we have marigold. This wasn't your choice, wasn't it? No. So anybody suggesting any clean that up first before I close that. Gotta excuse me for a second, guys. This is the lid I completely messed up. I have to clean that before I close the jar. Otherwise, I don't want to mess the jars up completely. Great from the beginning. And now because that's complete. So, ta-da. Then we have movie. My cup also. Marigold. Nina like the marigold. You can use the marigold. That's no problem. I can open that back up. Marigold or wheat? Marigold or wheat? Just let me know. Marigold or wheat? Marigold or wheat? Let me know. Let me know. Still have a couple of seconds. Closed. Now it's closed. It's got a crack. You heard that noise, and then the jar is closed. This one is not closed either. You can see that. Yeah, now it's closed. I have to be careful because otherwise when you shake it, it might open up. Make sure it's closed properly. Marigold or wheat? Marigold. Okay. So, what do you think, Michelle? Would you go for marigold as well? Just let me know. Okay, marigold. Marigold. Then put wheat to the side. Wheat to the side. And I'm going to use this marigold. Sample board, we go on the back side of it. You put down the first coat, there will be another live basically showing you the difference in the side, go to the back. Again, here we will have the clay paint in the middle. So then we have mermaid tail. Or shall we use Lucky Lavender? Mermaid tail or Lucky Lavender? From the chalk mineral paints. There will be 2 coats, not tonight, but this is basically where we compare at the end the mermaid tail or Lucky Lavender. Lucky Lavender, mermaid tail. Lucky Lavender or mermaid tail? Lucky Lavender, mermaid tail. Lucky Lavender or mermaid tail? Anybody tell me? You're not telling me, I'm just choosing one. I'll take mermaid tail. Okay. Good. We all agree. Perfect. Perfect. So, mermaid tail. have it. So chalk mineral paints you also can use water with. This brush is also damp, so but I will make a video with distressing. Maybe I do a live. Let's see how the time goes. You can see their coverage is brilliant also. Consistency is similar to the Terra clay paints. And coverage is very similar too. Difference is they are self-leveling. So the brush strokes will level themselves out during the drying process. And therefore, so Lucky Lavender to the side. Don't need that. Now we just need to think about a color for the no, not another blue. So shall we go for the prickly pear? No, that's no. I don't think so. Shall we go for the prickly pear? Think. There's some blues, there's some pinks. Like green I used on the other side. Harbor. Look at this. Why not go for gray? I'll go for gray. Shall we go for gray? Or shall we go for Harbor? Prickly pear or gray? I cannot decide myself, guys. I'm absolutely stuck. Or black sands. I think we go for black sands. We go for black sands. Black sands is a very dark gray. Also, water-based paint, silk all-in-one mineral paint, has a built-in. Hang on, there's something from the lid in there. Has a built-in stain blocker, and it has a built-in top coat. You're not supposed to use water with it. It won't reactivate with water either. The reason you shouldn't use any water with it, not to compromise the benefits of that paint. It's UV resistant, it's grease resistant. It's perfect for a one color finish basically. Consistency is a little thinner. This jar is open a while, so this is and you know I'm not always closing my jars when I'm working. So obviously when you leave it open, the paint will get a little thicker. So there you go. Also, one coat coverage is, even those paints are thinner than the others, is pretty well. It is perfect for a one color finish. It is perfect for outdoors, and so you know, what a hard choice. I know. You two decided. Made it, guys. We made it. Okay. So, my friends, that looks pretty colorful what we have here. I'll keep you updated on the other stuff. I'll put a second coat on here. I want to show you how the different colors let themselves distress. So obviously we're not going to do that tonight. I thank you so much for being with me tonight, my friends. I'm happy you joined me. I'm happy for chatting with me. I hope if I missed any questions, I will come back later to catch them for you. Oh, for my European friends, I do have for the launch of those paints, use the code Terra22 in the shop and you get 10% of your first order with the Terra clay paints. This offer is valid till the 7th of August. So after that, you'll have to pay the normal price. Okay, so Terra22, don't miss it. Thank you guys for joining me. Till now, I'm the only retailer over here who is carrying those in Germany. None of the others have ordered the paints yet, so that's the reason I'm doing that offer for you. If you watch the replay, don't hesitate to shoot any questions. I can answer for you. Thank you for being with me tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner of Creative Energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a Elite retailer for the Dixie Belle paints over here in Frankfurt, in Germany. So I'm happy you joined me. You may sprinkle this video if you want to. You may follow my pages. That'll be absolutely fantastic. And I wish you a lovely weekend. I thank you so much for being with me. Hi, Tanya. I'm sorry we're finished now, but you can watch the replay. And I will catch you next week. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye, Instagram.